right, so to begin, the 2-minute introduction period. I guess we'll start with Kevin.
Hi, my name, oh wow, I'm bad at mics. Okay, hi, my name is Kevin Collins and I'm running for Student Union President. I've been really involved with the Student Union over the past 2 years as a counselor. I got really involved last year as an arts representative, and this year I ran for re-election, and I loved it so much last year I ran for re-election and as a student representative on the UNB Board of Governors. I've really enjoyed that experience again this year. But something really, lit the fire within me to run for president, which is something I never really thought I would do because I've never really been that interested in titles and, being the head of an organization. I've been more interested in representing students in the best way that I can. And that thing was the cuts to council this year. I strongly oppose those cuts, as you might have read in the media. I believe that students are better represented by more representatives and not less, and that a faculty with 75 people in it should not have the same amount of representatives as a faculty with 1,300 people in it, and that it fundamentally diminishes the vote of those people who are in the larger faculties. We had a system before that accounted for this, and I want to return to that system. Similarly, when council restructure was ongoing, I actually proposed the amendment to make the inclusion, that should change student at larges to inclusion reps. So I was strongly in favor of that amendment. In addition to that, I want to see students consulted, because that's another thing that students were really upset about when these changes were implemented. Students weren't consulted, and a big concern that I hear when I talk to students, going around and campaigning and talking to my constituents throughout the year, is that students don't know what's going on with their student union. If students were consulted when changes like that were being made, and the student union had to advocate and explain to students why it wanted to cut their representatives, students would be more engaged and the union would represent them better. Another pillar of my platform is nonpartisanship. I actually helped draft the nonpartisanship policy last year, and in my platform, I would like to entrench the nonpartisanship policy in the bylaw so it would be very difficult for it to be repealed, and the student union would remain a fundamentally nonpartisan organization. I'd really appreciate your vote between the 29th and the 4th. I just want to represent you, is all I really want to do. I've loved the experience thus far.
Kevin,
yeah.
I'll cut you off. Okay.
We got one. Thank you.
Is this too loud? No? Okay, good. Good evening, everyone. My name is Travis Daly. I'm in my 3rd year at Renaissance College, which, for those of you who don't know, it studies leadership, governance, community problem solving, and a lot of project management. For the past 2 years, I've been engaged with council. In my first year, I represented my faculty, and I was part of the street team, which is the communications arm of it to a degree. In my 2nd year, I've been vice president external, which has been an amazing experience. The reason I'm choosing to run for president is quite clear to the people who know me. I've always been that overly engaged student who always wants to help out his community in the best way possible. At the end of the day, that's my main objective, is to care for my community. And no matter what I do, that's the final goal that I have in mind. Right now, my community is UNB, and it's my job to care for it. For the past year, I've had that experience. For the past 2 years, I've had the experience as well, including representing my faculty. Moving forward, I only want to continue this role. I'm going to give you the quick overview of my platform. It's 4 points. It grows, it shrinks, and it develops with people's platforms as I hear them and I recognize good ideas from constituents. The first point is internal governance review. I want to make sure that we have the right person doing the right job at the right time. Mental health. We have great mental health services already, but that doesn't mean they can be improved. The student experience chronically causes stress, anxiety, and at the age we're at, that's when most mental illness appears. I think we can tackle this through real change and open dialogue between our student services and our faculty. The following point is communication. I've been a part of the street team. I know that they're underutilized. An objective that we had this year is to integrate them further into personal contact with students when they go around. You get busy, time doesn't actually allow for everything you want to accomplish, and people don't always feel empowered. I'm going to empower our street team, in addition to a number of things that have improved our communication, including working closely with our marketing manager.
To cut you off, sorry.
Absolutely. No problem. Thank you.
Community. A A group of people living in the same place or having a particular interest in common. Community, a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of having particular interests in common and sharing common interests, attitudes, and goals. The first definition of community is a physical sense that we are all students here at the University of New Brunswick. The second is the mental and emotional connection we feel to our peers and to the university itself. The second definition is much harder to achieve because it requires effort from students and the university. My platform consists of building these relationships and building community between the faculties. My main goal is to create a sort of either monthly meeting or a committee with the faculty society presidents. As a faculty society president, building these bridges between the faculties will increase student involvement and student engagement, as well as making sure that other students are aware of the skills and assets that other students bring to the table. Basically, I've never been involved in student union here before on student campus. I've been involved in student leadership in high school, and I was really involved in the faculty this year as president of the Business Undergrad Society. But I don't know how student union works that much. I've been involved and I try to come out to the events, but I'm not familiar with policies, and I'm not gonna stand up here and talk to you about referendums because I'm an average student who cares about the quality of student life and truly has a big heart for how our students connect and communicate. Building a sense of community will really network and help build a support system for students. I don't want to govern, I want to grow. I don't want to dictate, I want to inspire. I don't want to lead, I want to lead, I don't want to rule. I really want to be your leader. Thank you.